On you live for the first time. Oh, fancy, fancy.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah, it really is. It's a big night for a lot of people on this card. I think it'll be pretty wild.
Yep, we got a few multi-man matches slated. We've got a title situation on our hands for the nightcap. So
Yeah.
a lot to look forward to.
Yep, that is true. Yeah, you might consider it its own sort of title in a way. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, will someone want to hold an open challenge and just defend it, take on all comers, or are they going to be hiding in the back corners of the arena every week? Be interesting to see how that plays out.
Making his way to the ring from Florida, weighing in at 255 pounds, Corey.
Coming first, we got Wolfheart here, who's yet again working through the crowd. I think. Yeah, I think he fashions himself a man of the people. How accurate that is remains to be seen, but certainly a thing he thinks about himself. And so, looking to start off with a win here in this pay-per-view and make a statement to open the show.
Yeah, I mean, oh, awesome. No, yeah. I was just gonna say, Wolfheart, one win so far in this inaugural campaign, if you want to call it that. And 0-1 in multi-man matches previously, so definitely looking to prove something. Maybe one of the wrestlers that had a little bit of hype before anything got going, and I think it's died a little bit with his
Seems to be
performance.
that way. Yeah, he really did have a lot of hype going in, and just hasn't been able to put it together. It's curious to say the least.
Similar story here on AJ Baylor as he gets his entrance underway. I guess I'll call it that. Speaking of people who think they're a big deal, but got a chance to prove it.
Yeah, he managed to finally score a win recently against, I think it was Lazar Malveaux, after a really rough start. People were starting to wonder with AJ Balor if he had what it took to really hang. He's a small guy. I think one of the smallest we have in the whole federation, but he did show us that he can compete, and scored a nice win over Lazar Malveaux, I think, a couple weeks ago now.
216 pounds, Wonder Kid.
Yeah, I mean that's it's a good question. I think it depends on the sort of character of each competitor, right? Because I think that some of these guys are a little more willing to be morally flexible, I guess you could say. But I think that they would certainly not be opposed to that kind of thing. Whereas Puma, for instance, he's all heart, and I think he might be one who would think that'd be dishonorable or something, and maybe that'll be his downfall. But we'll see. I mean, it could be that all four of these guys are just looking to get some fight, and maybe they just all come out swinging. Who knows?
Certainly hope so. Honestly, looking at this match, I see. This is probably a mean way to put it, but some desperation amongst these guys. I guess is how I'll put it. Everybody out here could probably use a win.
I'd agree with that. Yeah, I mean, he certainly had a hot start, but we'll see how things turn around once the bell actually rings.
I think I got Wolfheart in this one, but we'll see how it plays out.
That would certainly be a good strategy. That's an easy way to help yourself win, but who knows if it will actually come to fruition. It is looking like Balor and Wolfheart are in control here early on, but see if that holds. Puma with a little neck breaker there.
Oh, those two are going to go settle this near the announcer table. Look out.
Puma with a big jumping kick.
A little
my
backflip
goodness.
at the end of it.
Yeah, he's excited. I think he learned that from his tag partner, Domingo Cervantes.
Oof. Wolfheart reloading the cannon he's got. But doesn't do much with it. Ooh, that's a big right hand to knock him out of the ring.
And now we've got switch little trading places here. Nice Hurricane Rana. Meanwhile, Balor going for an early pin. I only gets a 2 count.
And it sounds like classic SWA, a little bit of an audio issue. Hopefully got that remedied now. First pay-per-view jitters, I guess.
Yeah, we moved to a different location, so you got to make sure you hook up all the wires correctly and everything. It's a lot going on in a production this size. Big top rope Hurricane Rana from AJ Balor on the inside goes for a pin yet again.
Got Jones down, only a 1 count though.
Puma and Wolfheart going back and forth a little bit here. Puma's going to roll to the outside, it looks like.
Wolfheart feeling it. He hasn't really gone after Balor until now, and yeah, that was just to get him out of the way.
Yeah, he wants a piece of Jones, it looks like.
Oh, but Balor wanting a piece of
Oh, a
Wolfheart.
little
Hey,
double team.
Oh,
there's some teamwork. And immediately turning on each other.
That did not last long.
That's the nature of a multi-man match, It's every man for himself ultimately, and you can't forget that, because if you do, it's gonna be bad news for you.
Yeah, that was about the quickest alliance formation and coming apart there that you can imagine.
Oh. 2. And,
Ooh,
Yep.
3.
trio of strong clotheslines there from Wolfhard.
But Puma, not going down without a fight, it looks like, which is something that can always be said of him, even if he can't seem to win matches. Little knee to the back of Balor there. Changing up his target.
Jones doesn't seem interested in stopping this.
I don't blame him, Wait, take
never
your
mind.
spot.
Never mind. He's just waiting.
Big backdrop there by Mason Jones, and now he goes back to work on Balor. I guess they're picking on the little guy.
Nice little breather for Wolfhard. But,
He's right back
Eat a
into
li-
the strikes.
gonna eat a left. Pretty even all around. I wouldn't say anyone's really emerging here.
Yeah, everybody's it's a little feeling out.
Ooh.
Another big Hurricane Rana
Oh.
right on top of Puma. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
2 for 1.
Puma not moving a ton in the center.
Uh-oh.
Wolfhard's
Oh,
got
better get out of the way.
There's a jackhammer from Corey Wolfhart. That could be it for AJ Balor.
could see our first elimination as Wolfhard got him. Former teammate sent
There it
out.
is.
AJ Balor is done for. We're down to 3.
AJ Balor, he had a good showing there, but it also seemed like they all kind of took turns picking on him. Maybe being smaller just made him an easy target, and they all felt like they could eliminate him. But it's interesting that they all kind of went after him separately before Wolfhart finally eliminated him.
Yeah, and the size advantage now in favor of Wolfhard. Be interesting to see if
Definitely.
you think these two might team up to take him down, but they kind of go at each other there a little bit as Puma rolls to the outside.
Yeah, I mentioned Puma's kind of, an all-heart guy. He's pretty straightforward and honest, and I think he wants to, win the right way as he might frame it. And so I don't know about letting someone else do the dirty work for him. Jones, however, has shown us a couple times he's content to just let that happen, so
Yeah, Jones
maybe he's
hung
the
in that
wiser
match
one.
with Sankare for a long time. See if Wolfhard can stay on top of him here as Puma sneaks in to get in some
Getting
work of
right
his
in
own.
there.
Couple of blows traded there. Now, couple in the corner.
Uh-oh. A little Gamangiri action. You're going to see that cartwheel moonsault. It
Oh,
looks like
yeah.
it.
Yes, we are right in the center of the ring. Will he go for a
Wow,
cover here?
Jones
Yes, he
just-
will.
Jones just sitting in the corner, resting, taking a nap.
2 and 3.
And that's it.
Wow.
Wolfhard is done, and we're down to the final 2 in this match. Puma and Mason Jones.
There goes my pick.
Go back and forth here. Final 2 left.
Uh-oh. Little flippy shit.
Nice sunset
Trademark.
foot power bomb there from Puma. Looks like
Going
he's
up
going
top.
What's he got?
top.
What's he got?
This could be it. The signature moon stomp, I think, from El Puma.
Jones a long ways away.
Oh, where did
He
that
connects.
land?
He connected. My goodness.
Going for the cover. Has he done enough to secure a victory? No, Jones is out at 2.
What's he got left? Time to get creative here.
I'll tell you, we've seen Jones be able to take a beating and
That's the
stay in
truth.
there. Has he got what it takes here? Can he turn this around, or is Puma just in control of this one?
Oh, got to his feet.
Oh,
Oh,
whiffed on a drop
that's-
kick there. That's not going to
gonna
work.
Big whiff into a Hurricane Rana. Helps
Puma in
Puma
control.
keep the momentum for sure. Oh,
Stomp on the face, man. Maybe Puma's not as honorable as he says he is.
That doesn't look so honorable right there. Oof.
Jones out
Another
once
2
again
count.
at 2.
Well, I mean, Puma, 1-0 in tag, 1-2 in singles. Like I said, these guys all want to win. Everybody
he's
always
gotta-
does. But
He's got to develop the edge, and he's got to find it somewhere, and maybe this is it. Getting a little more aggressive. Big elbow drop. Okay.
oh, both these guys looking gassed.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a lot. They've had to fight through other competitors. Little package Michinoku driver there, I think, from El Puma. Really
Solid
digging into the
impact.
wrestling school moves.
A lot of focus
Yeah.
on the head,
Blockbuster, too.
upper torso here. Now some leg work. He's been in control of this match a long time. Now going for another cover. Has he done enough? Another 2 count.
My goodness. The resiliency from Mason Jones. Like you
Mason Jones
mentioned,
hasn't gotten up in a while.
Puma's essentially been in control since he pinned Corey Wolfhart, but Jones not going down.
Jones wisely rolls out and is able to get back in time to lay in a punch, but Puma catches his kick
little
in the
possum
corner.
there from Puma, I think. Trading blows.
All the way over there. Now going for another cover. Has he put Jones away this time? Still
No, sir.
not quite.
What has he got left in the tank at this point? Basement drop kick. Man, Puma just looking like he's thinking, like trying to come up with other ideas. What else can he do?
Yeah, what's he got left that he can
Rising
put
him up.
Jones away with?
I think he's found some kind of idea. Maybe we're gonna see that package pile driver.
Sure
There it
enough,
is.
right on the top of the head. A lot of impact
That
on the
should do it.
neck. Is Jones done now? 1, 2, and no! Kicked
No,
out
sir.
once more.
My goodness, what a showing from Mason Jones, who is just absolutely resilient. And a Meteora there, too.
Jones has been down for a long time and looking to get something going his way now.
But Puma again in control.
Catches an uppercut instead, and Puma has really countered at the right time tonight.
Oh, wow. There's paying
Opened him
off for
up.
all that head work.
Yeah, that
Puma
point of
is
the
just
elbow
absolutely done.
really busted him open. Might have ignited something in Jones here, though. Going for a cover after that Hurricane Rana, and the ref
Dirty pin.
Dirty.
seeing him on the ropes, but Puma able to get out at 2.
Oh, and just a straight right from Puma. My goodness. Jones is going for some kind of move there and just caught a straight right to the face. I gotta say, whether or not he wins, I'm really impressed with the sort of chin on Mason Jones. This guy should be a boxer. Running Insecurity to the back of the head there, and Puma is so tired from just, emptying his moveset. Like, what else has he got?
Yeah, the full arsenal on display, and it still hasn't put Mason Jones away yet.
Going over the
No,
top.
all the way to the outside.
He's going to feel that one in the morning, I can tell you that much.
Gets him right to his feet, and Jones has some fight left in him. My goodness.
It's impressive.
Out
I
for that.
gotta say, using the environment a little bit here? No, sir.
Jones fighting out of it. Puma may have maybe looking to the outside here for some extra offense, though.
Looking for something. Oh, misses the little jumping kick.
Oh, what a running knee from Jones.
Getting him
Gets
back
Puma
inside.
into the ring. Not looking for a cover. He's got Puma back on his feet.
Blue Thunder Bomb from Mason Jones there, but he's also tired.
Jones stalking his opponent here. Drives the knee in a discus clothesline. Puma might be done here. Mason
Incredible.
Jones, merciless Mason. What a comeback victory.
I don't know what to say. Puma had that all the way. He had Jones at 2.9, 2.8.
Like 7 times too. That's
Yeah.
just what a resilient performance from Mason Jones.
Jones, so far we said earlier his only loss to Sankari, a pretty good opponent. Jones, that same resiliency on display tonight. He took everything that Puma had and kept on going, and somehow, some way, got out of here with a victory. What a kickoff to our show tonight. We've got plenty more action coming. That's just the first one on the card, but what a good one it was.
Man, can't say you didn't earn it. That was impressive. Just last man standing for real.
Busted open and all, coming out on top. And following that multi-man, we go into some singles action. FTS, Flynn Turner Simmons taking on Captain Tiger Marsh. A couple of folks kind of right around the middle of the card. 2-3 record for FTS so far. 2-2 for Marsh. And for Marsh, he last picked up a win against the Machine. For Simmons, he lost a hard-fought one against Sevilla, who we'll see later on tonight. And both of these two, really looking to kind of get themselves into the title picture, get some more wins on the resume. And, a singles victory on a pay-per-view, it's no better chance to bolster your resume than that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a lot
Should
more
be an
eyes on you
interesting
on a
one.
pay-per-view.
Yeah, definitely. And, Flinter, mixed results. Still hate his outfit. That's okay. I don't think I'm meant to like it. Kind of the opposite look, I guess, compared to his opponent, who's a little bit of a clean-cut kind of guy.
Certainly a lot more vibrant than the attire we expect out of Marsh tonight from Simmons. One of the brightest appearances in the SWA.
I can't get over the striping on the jacket doesn't match the pants. It's killing me.
Yeah, there's certainly some thought put into it, but maybe missing a few of the finer details. A lot of highlighter-esque colors involved for Simmons. Marsh not going to waste a lot of time getting to the ring.
I don't think he likes hearing the fans tell him he sucks the whole way down, so he tries to get it over with quickly.
Probably not, indeed. Marsh definitely has the size advantage tonight, though, against FTS. He's got about 5 inches and 30 pounds on Simmons. And he's got the technically better record, though both men have 2 wins so far.
Well, shoot, let's see it.
I really don't know
Nothing
who to
else.
pick here, guys.
Ref calls for the bell, and we're underway.
Big
Give me
Hurricane
Simmons.
Rana off the
Give me
bat.
Simmons. I don't know. I just got a feeling.
Okay.
As takes Simmons, I'll throw my money on Marsh, and that means Doc has to split the tie.
I'll give me a couple minutes into the match here, and maybe I'll tell you who I like.
Classic.
Locks him up. Simmons pushing Marsh all the way across the ring into the corner. Ref's
Yeah,
gonna split
Simmons
him up
really
there.
coming out hot here. Really aggressive. Went with a hard whip. Now he's pushing him all the way to the corner.
Ref really had to get in between them there to break him up, too.
Oh, kneeling DDT. I think Simmons feels like he's got something to prove here, Maybe that size advantage thing got to his head. Who knows? But he's coming out with a chip on his shoulder here, it seems.
Yeah, this quicker
Drop
pace
down.
probably benefits him a little bit, too, so maybe we'll see him try to keep that up throughout the duration of this match.
Big overhead belly to belly. Man. And showing off the pythons to the good folks at home. Inverted suplex there, too. Man. Power on display from Tiger Marsh early.
Yeah, as Simmons was trying to crawl his way to the ropes, but look at the kick
Ooh.
there. It takes Marsh off his feet.
Got his bell rung there twice. Once in the corner and once with a foot.
Yep.
Simmons
Early
looking
pin.
for a quick cover. He's got a 1 count.
Oh yeah.
Nice takedown, but Marsh
Uh-oh.
back to his feet incredibly quick. Now,
Oh, here we
driving
go.
the head off the top turnbuckle. How about a double-digit affair in the corner?
Talk about getting your bell rung. Oh, wow.
Simmons
Kip up. No,
back
sir.
to his feet
Oh,
before Marsh, but
God.
nobody home on that drop kick.
He's definitely got a work rate. You can't hold that against him.
The question is that all he's got? Because he needs to connect a little bit more if he's going to hope to take home the win over Captain Tiger Marsh, who's just about to chuck him across the ring. My
Just
goodness.
throwing him around after some real nasty gut punches as well.
That toss looked like he was throwing him out of a bar.
Fireman's carry. What's he thinking here?
Dumps
Oh,
him
going
off
to
the top
sting
rope.
him on the ropes. And you don't only feel that on your chest, you feel it in your lungs and your arms as well. It's not fun to hit the ropes like that.
Now
FTS,
Simmons-
top rope.
Oh, he
Oh,
catches the
no.
knees. Smart move by Marsh there. And look at the strength just tossing Simmons around.
Next with that one.
Kick there. Little side headlock on the ground here. Nice hold. Give himself a chance to catch his breath without letting his opponent recover a bit here and maybe get some momentum going on his side. But a nice counter by Marsh into a headlock of his own. And capitalizing look at the display here.
I'm regretting my pick. I'll
Well,
admit
you
it.
know, it still could go either way. As we saw in that last match, just because one wrestler's in control does not mean they're going to win. Although, draping DDT like that.
Just off that middle rope. A solid impact from Marsh, who's tuning up the right leg there. And delivers the super kick. Simmons down center of the ring. And
Bingo.
Captain Tiger Marsh.
It is.
What a pick by me.
I think they heard that. I think they heard that super kick all the way back in Dallas at our normal arena. That was crisp.
Yeah, I think in Daytona, Florida, FTS is home. They're feeling that one.
Might need to get his jaw checked.
Yeah, seriously.
Marsh gets
So,
himself
big win
back
there.
over 500. Big win indeed. Now 3-2 in singles action. Good showing from him.
Here is your
Big
winner,
win, and
Captain.
making his case to start climbing the card a little more.
Yeah, Marsh definitely has
Absolutely.
some momentum behind him. Last one against the Machine, and a big win on the pay-per-view tonight against FTS. We'll see what's next in store for him, but he's definitely trending in the right direction.
Now, if only you can get people to stop telling him he sucks.
Yeah, got to get the crowd behind him. Hasn't done that just yet. Well, we've had multi-man action. We've had singles action. How about some tag team action with Deadfire taking on the Quinn brothers, specifically the Bullet, Matthew Quinn, and the Sharpshooter, Corey Quinn.
Face paint versus long hair. Who will come out on top?
Well, for
I guess-
Deadfire, it's they're kind of reeling from a loss against the Quinn brothers not that long ago, against Jamie and Noah.
Yeah,
But
the other
it
two.
was, it was not a pairing that we've seen, that we're seeing tonight. This will be the first time we've seen the Crow, Eric Draven, teaming up with Deadfire. We've seen him there in support, kind of serving as a bit of a manager. But so far, we've seen Deadfire primarily with Mercer and Dead Peace. The sort of tag team debut of the Crow tonight. We'll see if that swings things in their favor. And for the Quins, you know, a pretty interesting storyline heading into this pay-per-view. 4 Quinn brothers involved. The Quinn brothers proper actually have 2 matches tonight. Could come out of this pay-per-view 2-0 at Countdown.
Yeah, you know, that's a really interesting thing, especially because we do have Freebird rules in effect here in our tag division. So if the Quins were to win the titles, you know, any pairing of them could defend them, you know, someday when we have tag titles. But they're establishing themselves, or looking to establish themselves at the very top of the division here.
Yeah, and certainly, you know, if a win for Marsh is good on a pay-per-view, how about 2 wins for the Quinn brothers? That could certainly cement them as the team to beat. They're thus far undefeated in tag team action. 2-0 as a team. Both pairings of the Quins are both 1-0. They'll both get a chance to go to 2-0 individually and 4-0 as a complete unit tonight.
Yeah, I think that's a big goal for the Quins. They're looking to dominate the tag division, and 2 wins at a pay-per-view would go a long way to doing it.
Yeah, and for Deadfire, you know, they want to spoil that early. Let's get the win out of the way for Deadfire, put down the Quinn brothers here in the first match, the first showing, and just kind of play spoiler to that potential at a 2-0 pay-per-view. Deadfire's looking at a 1-1. They've lost to, as I mentioned, Noah and Jamie Quinn in the Quinn brothers pairing, but they have secured a tag victory, and they have the X Factor of the Crow out tonight with Diego Mercer, and they're looking to get back on the right track also.
You know, I think this Deadfire team is interesting. It's a group of guys who are all sort of underdogs in their own ways and have come together to support one another. I think that's a really interesting sort of reason to form a tag team. I think they've got a lot of heart, a lot of moxie, and I want to see good things for them. That said,
Got a lot of something.
yeah, a lot of face paint in these two, but you know, that said, the actual brothers that they're competing against have been wrestling together for a long time, and I just don't know how you compete with that sort of like innate understanding of your teammates, you know?
Yeah,
It's
for sure.
you know, it's what's stronger, face paint or blood?
Yeah.
What's thicker? I don't know. Pick your favorite idiom. Maybe blue hot pants are stronger.
At a combined weight of 400.
And they are coming out in these signature tag team blues.
And Matthew Quinn.
Yeah, and as noted by some of the audience, both tag matches tonight are a competitor-only affair. The ringside support has been disallowed tonight, so no Dead Peace, no other Quinn brothers out here to support each other. Just 2-on-2 tag action in the ring. Let's keep it above board and see who can come out on top.
Yeah, we did see some shenanigans in the last Deadfire match, and I believe also one of the Quinn matches recently with the ringside support getting involved. So it's probably safe. You know, it's fair to just keep that out of the picture.
Well, if you think about it, the ringside support would be outnumbered if they allowed it for Deadfire. So I can't say I disagree with the decision.
And we're about ready to be underway. We're starting with Corey Quinn and Diego Mercer in the ring. First off, see who can take control of this one.
Oh,
Big size disadvantage here for Diego Mercer, who is another one who showed us he can really take a beating. But Corey Quinn is much larger, much stronger.
And for the Quinns here, I'd say that compared to each other, Matthew Quinn a deceptive 235, and Corey Quinn comparatively a surprising 215.
Yeah, deceptive is the word there for sure with Matthew Quinn, but ultimately, the scales don't lie.
And the first tag goes to Deadfire as they get the Crow in here. Nice little tag team flip and kick. And Draven now looking to control the match. You always want to have the fresher man in the ring, and right now that's what Deadfire has working in their favor.
Yep, and he's just going to work right away, kind of keeping Corey Quinn away from his own corner, which is smart, good wrestling. Cut the ring off, as they say. A little headbutt there, but nothing too dirty, I suppose.
Big uppercut from Corey, though, as he gets to his feet. Might be looking to get his brother in. Taking Draven to the corner, but Draven fighting back and saying, not today, let's get back over to my half. And in is Mercer now.
Great tactics.
Same song, second verse here. The
Yep.
tag team offense.
It's working.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
For Corey Quinn, it isn't getting better, it is getting worse. Tag team effectiveness so far from Mercer and Draven looking pretty good.
Indeed. Maybe my question was misplaced. Nice snap suplex there from Quinn. I think if I'm Corey Quinn, though, and I get an opportunity, I don't pick my opponent up. I want to just go right for the tag. Oh, wow, Mercer, the heads-up offense there.
Countering in the corner and then just sending Matthew Quinn to the outside.
Yeah, I think he's going to land somewhere in Arkansas with that shoulder tackle. My goodness.
Wow.
And for those who don't know Oklahoma geography very well, Arkansas is very far away. It's on the other side of the state.
Mercer, oh, what a kick.
Wow. Diego Mercer got something to prove here.
Aim to play.
Matthew Quinn is back up on the apron. Good news for the Quinn brothers, but if they don't get him in, Corey Quinn's in trouble.
I would go get a tag.
There he goes.
Just go get a tag.
Move. Oh, maybe not.
Oh,
Changed his mind.
Oh, and
there
a
you
little
go.
okey doke there.
Toe in with us.
And Quinn,
Maybe toying with his opponent.
oh, and what a
Hot
tag
tag.
by
Great tag.
Mercer. Just sneaks out of there, and Draven in now against Matthew Quinn.
A little one-legged drop kicks from the cruiserweight Eric Draven. Taking his time. Be methodical here. Hurricane Rana. He really not too much of a hurry. Although both of these guys have now executed a standing moonsault, so that's something.
And Draven really continuing where Deadfire has been all night so far. Looking for a cover now against Matthew Quinn.
Just a one count. Not going to do it.
Nope.
Quinn's really
Clearly
needing
it's
some momentum on their side, and maybe Matthew's getting it now.
Big Michinoku driver there from Matthew Quinn. Dragging him to the middle of the ring to do something.
Not so sure that kick couldn't have happened elsewhere, but it's working for Matthew here.
Big spinning kick followed by an arm drag there from Draven, who's now looking to maybe tag out, get his partner involved.
Nobody home in the corner there as he looks for the splash, though. Now Matthew driving the knee into the gut.
Yikes.
Wow, and he just jukes him.
Draven, yeah, slips out of the corner. And here comes Mercer.
Great tag. Great tag.
More
Holding
tag
him up in
offense.
a big left
Ding.
boot.
And a standing shooting star press from Diego Mercer.
Matthew Quinn setting Mercer up for that package pile driver. And looking for a cover. The Crow
Broken
breaks
up.
it up, and Quinn laying in some offense on Draven for the interruption.
Wow.
Both
Mercer
members of
still hasn't
Deadfire laid
moved.
out. Yeah, that might have been it for Deadfire if Draven hadn't broken that one up.
Yep, and now he's paid for that, it seems, laying on the outside of the ring. But Mercer back on his feet, looking to get some offense going here with a nice blockbuster. See if
Mercer's
he
a very
can-
smart wrestler. You can't give him that opportunity to recover.
There's that signature pop-up drop kick. See what else he's got in the store here.
We've seen that set up a finish for Mercer in the past. Instead, taking Matthew into the corner in that tree of woe position and
What's he thinking here?
kind of leaving him there. Oh, he's not. He's
No
not
way.
thinking of going all the way across, is he?
Oh my goodness.
Quinn draped on the corner, coast to coast goes Mercer, and Quinn is busted wide open. A
Wow.
lot of blood in a short amount of time. What a move from Diego Mercer.
My goodness. Just the full force of his entire body straight onto your hairline. Imagine. And that's it.
That's enough. Corey Quinn nowhere to be found. I think he maybe thought his brother was still fine.
Matthew, somebody needs to check on him. Make sure
There
he's
was
not
a
concussed or something.
Ton of blood in a short amount of time. As soon as Quinn got up, he was just coated forehead to chin. And wow, Diego Mercer, really high risk, but what a reward. Deadfire playing spoiler to the Quinn brothers. Hopes of 2-0 tonight.
I mean, so impressed with Mercer in that match. Draven too, to be sure. I mean, they actually displayed some great tactics, but Mercer,
Great team.
just wow.
Yeah, Mercer's surely the standout, I think, but you're right. Great teamwork by the two of them. And I think ultimately, we talked about it before, the teamwork was what helped them win because there at the end, Corey Quinn nowhere to be found, taking a nap, I don't know, having a sandwich maybe, while his brother gets the shit kicked out of him in the ring and not breaking up the pin. But yeah,
curious decision there. And we were saying we might see 2-0 Quinn brothers. Now we might. I mean, they're in danger of going 0-2 on the pay-per-view. What a start to tag team action we've got tonight. A great showing from Deadfire, recovering from their loss to the Quinn brothers just a week or so ago, and a big pay-per-view win. They got to be feeling pretty good about that one.
Yeah. That's a great rebound for those guys who kind of united under circumstances of being underdogs and now find themselves on top of a formidable tag team on a pay-per-view.
The big win.
Yeah, not to move on too fast, but
Yeah,
what a good one we've got coming up. The Path to Glory match.
it's gonna be insane. I just want to say that up front. This is a hell of a list.
We talked about this earlier, but 6 men. There's going to be that Path to Glory briefcase hung above the center of the ring, and the winner will walk away with that thing, and it will give them the opportunity to cash in at any point to take on whoever comes away as the champion tonight in our main event. But the interesting thing about that briefcase, as you can see it already hung above the arena, is that until you cash it in, it is defended every time you are in the ring. While a win in this match will secure you that briefcase, if you don't use it quickly, you're at risk of losing it again. But you also want to really pick your spot as to when you cash that thing in.
Weighing in at 290
Yeah, it's definitely a strategy thing. You know, you got to really weigh two important factors there. You know, like there's sort of a ticking clock because it's a matter of time before you have to put that up on the line in a match, and there's a risk you lose it. But also, you don't want to just waste your one shot. You know.
Definitely, and it's
Telling
going
you.
to be a tough one to win in the first place because we've got 6 incredible stars coming in for this match.
Man, there it is. I gotta say, I mean, I'm looking at this lineup. I mean, think about this. Benjamin Goldenberg is the second lowest ranked wrestler in this match. This is a pretty serious list.
And Goldenberg actually maybe the most interesting competitor in this match. If you'll remember, Yasuke Bozeman won a shot in this match. He won his qualifier match. And
Over Goldenberg, right?
And well, no, he secured his place and then matched up with Goldenberg.
Right.
And Goldenberg was pretty poised to maybe be in that main event later tonight. And Bozeman was such a great showing. You know, there was no choice but to actually move Bozeman up, and Goldenberg replaced him in this match. So, you know, there were a lot of eyes on Goldenberg to maybe make a run at that title tonight, and instead, he's kind of, you know, maybe a favorite, maybe not, looking to secure a shot at the title at a future time if he can come away with a win here.
Yeah, I think you know it was a big win for Bozeman, and you know a not insignificant loss on Goldenberg's part, but I think basically now he's still poised to make a run at the title. It's just going to have to be through the briefcase here, I think, is the way he does it.
Absolutely, and not to bring up Goldenberg before he even comes out, and no disrespect to Calvin Abueva, I'm just eyeing.
Right, his entrance is 25 minutes long.
Yeah, you know, gotta have something else to talk about. But like, this is 4 guys who are 3-1, a 3-2 in Goldenberg, who, I mean, the losses are nothing to be ashamed of. And the guy coming out right now, Painwrecker, who's 2-2, which is, you know, pales, I guess, a little bit in comparison to the rest of the lineup in this match, but still a middle of the pack to upper middle pack wrestler. So crazy.
Yeah, and a guy who I think surprised a lot of people early on. He seemed like, I don't know, something about him seemed sort of bound for mediocrity, but he's managed to get some good wins and really stand out amongst the crowd.
Think he's got a shot in this, though?
I think with a match like this, it's going to be so chaotic. Literally anyone has a shot. You can't predict this stuff because you never know what it'll come down to. It's always something, but you never know what it's going to be.
That's fair.
Yeah, survival going to play a big role here tonight. You might say, you know, someone like El Sangres, his speed and agility, getting up that ladder, getting to the briefcase, that might give him an advantage, but let me tell you, 1 or 2 shots with a ladder, that's going to make it tough to keep your wits about you.
Honestly, Sangres is so small, his best strategy may just be to hide and then wait till the end. But I don't know if he's going to do that. I don't know if he's thought about that sort of strategy.
I think I'd probably take Sangres in a race, but given the nature of this, if you're looking for chaos, the guy coming out right now might be the physical manifestation of it.
Yeah, he's certainly a loose cannon.
Can't even say it.
Certainly a loose cannon, however you say that in Finnish. He's a wild card for sure.
I really am not sure what Sincari is on about, but he's always got something that he's got to say. I just don't think anybody understands it.
He certainly has thoughts, and he's not afraid to share them. It's just that I don't know that anyone understands them.
Tomio Yamaguchi, another one who I think early on was, didn't have a lot that made him stand out, but has secured himself a couple of really strong wins in the last couple of weeks. And really starting to make a name for himself. Obviously winning to get into this match was a big one. Beating DDT, submission specialist versus submission specialist. And getting that win, was a huge boon to Yamaguchi. But even before that, he's racked up a couple in a row and really started to get some eyes on him.
He's certainly been on a bit of a run. It's tough to say that about, everyone in this match has kind of got some momentum on their side, perhaps with the exception of Goldenberg. But for Yamaguchi, I think the interesting point, he likes to rely on some submission moves, like you said, the ankle lock being a big one. Not going to get a victory with a tap out here, but can he use that to perhaps incapacitate some of his opposition en route to climbing that ladder and securing the briefcase?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. It certainly, if you throw an ankle lock on somebody, it's a lot harder to grab to climb a ladder rather, which makes it harder to grab the briefcase. So maybe that's a strategy. Just go slap an ankle lock on everybody, and then he's got the easiest time climbing.
And from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 137 pounds.
Probably the crowd favorite coming out here.
A lot of support for the little guy for sure. SWA's smallest, 5'6", 137. He's the
size of a grandmother.
Pounds, yeah, he's about 80 pounds smaller than the next smallest competitor in this match. Certainly not going to have the size advantage, but maybe he's got the momentum, the crowd support. Maybe that can help him.
Like I said though earlier, I do think anyone has a chance in this match. So it's really just going to be a question of if he can, leverage what skills and advantages he can find that will work, because it will be chaos as soon as that bell rings.
Yeah, and I think I might agree with some earlier assessment that the chaos might benefit Sankari the best. Might be leaning towards him as my pick here.
And from Windsor, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 285 pounds, Benjamin Goldman.
I haven't seen Goldenberg in a couple weeks.
Been a little quiet after what happened with Bozeman.
Yeah, which I can't say I blame him. On the one hand, I would be frustrated too if I lost my title shot. Although, I mean, he might characterize it as maybe a fluke or something, but I think Bozeman absolutely earned his place in that match. That was an incredible match on both their parts, and Bozeman just came out on top. But I think here, what Goldenberg's got to do is just lean into it. Like he lost that match, but let that fuel him, let that make him angry, and use that anger to drive him in this match. Because I mean, based on what we've seen from him in our inaugural tournament and since then, he's very good, and I think he has just as much of a chance as any of these guys.
Here we go.
And not a much better chance to end the doubt for Goldenberg than getting a win here in this one. But my best wishes to the rest of our announced team here. Good luck to all three of us keeping up with the chaos in this one.
Yeah. This is ridiculous already.
Told you guys. Big running knee from Abueva down here in front, and yeah, just chaos. This is just like a brawl.
Yamaguchi and Painwrecker going at each other. How about Sangres and Goldenberg?
Wow.
Sangres!
With a stiff right from Sangres.
Already to the outside they go.
He ate his spinach this morning.
Going to work on Goldenberg outside the ring.
Drop kicks him into the apron. Those two are going to be in the crowd before too long if they're not careful.
You know, an interesting thing about matches like this is, you want to watch who's going to be the first one to get the ladder, who's going to introduce it into the match. I know that we've already had a Bueva collide with it, but who's going to be the one to, use it as a weapon, bring it into the ring as Goldenberg? Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, I'm just blown away by Sangres right now and how he's handling Goldenberg one-on-one.
Really using the environment to his advantage.
I think he heard some criticisms of his size, and he's fired up tonight.
And Sangres going for some prison rules out there, going for the biggest guy, sans Bueva, and
second biggest guy. That's fine. He's really small, so like you gotta know yourself.
Yeah, when you're the smallest, you gotta,
Ooh, Sankari just smashing a Bueva.
Goldenberg has changed his mind now. Gonna get a little full Nelson slam. A lot of height on that.
Oh, and what a kick to Sangres. My goodness.
Gonna pop out that golden tooth.
But Sangres right back at him.
Yeah, a little arm drag. Good lucha things over there.
Hard not to focus on the battle between those two so far. Yamaguchi working on a Bueva left side of the ring, and now Painwrecker going after Goldenberg. What a slap.
Nobody's in the ring. That sums this match up.
Yep, but no countouts, and there it is. Bueva is introducing the ladder.
Hello? Yeah, okay, there we go, guys.
Wonder what that's gonna, what that bodes for him. As this match goes on.
Hit him with the ladder.
The great equalizer, a steel ladder.
Abueva wisely getting away, focusing on Sankari, and how about a kick to the back of the head for Sankari?
Oh, look out, look out.
Got Sangres in the back and then just smashing him on the ground.
Just a gentle boop in the back is enough to take down the tiny Sangres, who rolls on top of the ladder as he escapes the ring.
Oh, no. Painwrecker.
Oh, not right.
Goes to get the ladder, and just how about a shot for good measure on Sangres, who has just been beaten with that steel ladder. Now Goldenberg actually setting it up.
Set it up.
He remembered the goal here, but Yamaguchi trying to capitalize.
Can you imagine if Yamaguchi had hit that strike? He was alone in the ring if he hit it. With the ladder set up.
And Goldenberg hits the pile driver on Yamaguchi, and now he's
Somebody better stop him.
Ring.
Heading
Painwrecker
up.
as well. Don't think he's going to be able
grabs
to get
a
it.
hold. Sangres helps him, and down goes Goldenberg. That's a tough fall.
Sangres, got to climb, my man. Oh, he ran away. And meanwhile, the ladder falls on Yamaguchi. Oh, that's going to sting.
Sangres takes down Painwrecker and returns the favor for that attack outside. Sankari finally back to his feet, catches a strong right from Abueva.
Sangre's just giving the crowd what they want to see. Big ladder attacks. After everybody kind of was taking it easy.
Over the
And
top.
powerbomb to the outside.
Big sunset flip power bomb. My goodness.
Yamaguchi now setting up the ladder, center of the ring.
Somebody
No one
better
else
get him.
Managed to chase everybody out of the
Somebody better
ring.
get him.
No one else is there. Yamaguchi's
way.
going for it. Here comes Sankari. Can he stop him in time?
And Sangres, they're just letting him have it? What's going on here?
And Abueva finally trying to do something about it, striking Yamaguchi. Can they get him down?
Sangres.
Teamwork.
Sangres
Teamwork
up
makes
the
the dream
ladder.
work here.
And now Abueva looking to take them both out.
No!
Down they go. What a series of events. It looked like it was over with Yamaguchi securing that briefcase, and he just couldn't get it unhooked. Now Painwrecker just trying to chase Sankari as he rolls out of the ring.
Snapdragon suplex there from
Oh,
Abueva on the much
catches
smaller
ladder to the
Sangres.
back, but Sankari wrestles it free, and
And
Painwrecker's
right
got
back.
it back.
Well, this announcer is
Oh.
entertained.
Oh
We're
my
gonna be able to
gosh.
Onto the
Sankari's
ladder.
legs.
Oh, and Sangres with a big ladder attack on Painwrecker. He's still mad about that one ladder attack on the outside.
He's not looking to finish yet though. He wanted to inflict some more pain on Painwrecker.
Ooh, on the left ankle. Yamaguchi, still
He's all
focusing on
Attempt
the
number
business.
two
ankles.
here. Attempt number two.
He's all business.
Can Tomio Yamaguchi undo a hook?
And Abueva and Painwrecker dump the
Uh-oh.
ladder, but Yamaguchi's
Oh, no.
still hooked. Can
Uh-oh.
Goldenberg get him?
Is he
No.
gonna get it? Goldenberg just gives up and leaves the ring.
Sankari gets him.
Gets him in the electric chair and drops him.
Kyo Sankari saves the match. Yamaguchi has really looked like he had it. And
Twice
a
now.
strong
Ouch.
discus right from Sankari. Oh, Abueva with a
Abueva
ladder
saved
strike
him.
to Kyo Sankari. And is Calvin Abueva going to capitalize?
Maybe so.
I know the real action's in the middle of the ring, but Sangres and Goldenberg are just. They have had beef. this
Abueva's
entire
got a
Abueva-
hold of it.
He's
Painwrecker
eye
going
level
up
with
after
that.
him.
Abueva
And
hanging on.
Goldenberg,
Oh, hanging
Teamwork
on.
again. Can they do it? Indeed, he drops the briefcase.
Fight going on up top, and Yamaguchi and Goldenberg dump the ladder. Calvin Abueva and Tomio Yamaguchi have had some great attempts at that briefcase. None successful so far. Yamaguchi with the ladder. Big
Big
boot.
jumping kick.
Sankari down, and Sangres wrestles the ladder free from Yamaguchi, wrestles it back.
Oh, wow.
What a shot from Painwrecker.
And a go to sleep from Yamaguchi there.
Sankari's been busted open in this one.
Sankari just absolutely dazed in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, he's busted open for sure. And
Yamaguchi doing a little crab dance here.
yeah,
What's going on?
Some crab action for sure. Big drop. Oh, sending Sangres on the ropes, and then Abueva just
Oh,
Irish
hip
whips
toss
him
and
into
a
it.
knee. Beating up the already beat up head. Oh,
Sangres takes a ladder
to
shot
the face.
right to the face, and then just smashed with it.
Abueva.
I want you guys to know that ladder weighs more than Sangres does.
And Abueva is all
Abueva,
alone in the center of the
Clear
ring.
path here.
Can Yamaguchi and Goldenberg stop him?
Got to knock the ladder down.
Goldenberg
Gotta do something here.
Climb it.
Trying
Gotta fight.
give some punches, and no, Calvin Abueva got the briefcase. They couldn't stop him. And the Beast comes away with that Path to Glory briefcase. What a showing. Calvin Abueva taking home the Path to Glory briefcase. That thing can be cashed in against whoever comes away the champion tonight in our main event. but he will have to defend it if he features in a match before cashing it in. What a win for Abueva.
Quite a big win for Abueva. I don't know that he was one I would have picked going in. Like I said, chaos, utter chaos, but I don't know that he's one I would have picked.
I think the real story here is that Tomio Yamaguchi can't undo a hook.
Yeah, we need to get that boy some lessons on carabiners.
Yeah, Yamaguchi definitely struggled with that briefcase for a long time, and Abueva had a shot or two at it as well. No one else really made it to the top and had a chance at it. Now we've got our second tag team match of the night. The Quinn brothers looking for some redemption after Matthew and Corey lost earlier. It's Jamie and Noah taking on Deuce Bennett and Aloysius S. Yates. The unlikely pairing of Bennett and Yates secured a victory against Deadfire, who won a match earlier tonight. So can they come in to the pay-per-view and go 2-0 as a kind of random pairing, get a big win against the Quins, and make the Quins 0-2 for the night?
You know, I gotta say I was really impressed by these two and their tag work. So maybe we'll see.
You know, Yates 0-3 in singles, Bennett 1-1, but they're both 1-0 in that tag match. So maybe this is the beginning of a new calling for them. They certainly seemed to work well together last time. And Yates always has the robe game on point, so that's definitely a point in their favor.
He does indeed.
For Yates, we'll see if his tune changes, if they can get a win tonight. You know, he has been open about kind of viewing tag team wrestling as a bit second rate below him, but he, as you mentioned, he worked pretty well with Bennett in that tag match, so maybe that's his true calling here. He's really struggled in singles action.
Here come more guys in blue pants.
But a black vest?
At a combined weight of
I'm confused.
400.
Well, I mean, you know, there's black on the pants too. Piping.
Yeah, I mean, it matches, but I thought the blue was the tag team thing for these guys.
I don't know, man.
Hard to tell them apart.
A little bit of an individual flair for Jamie, keeping true to some of his singles attire as well. For this Quinn brother pairing, though, they're really trying to avoid disaster. Was looking to go 2-0, now just looking to avoid going 0-2, suffering their first tag team loss earlier tonight against Deadfire.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'm sorry, but if you're a brothers tag team, you've got two tag teams and you lose both. Maybe time to think about a different tag team.
Yeah, and so far, you know, the Matthew Corey pairing and the Jamie Noah pairing, those are the ones we're familiar with. And coming into tonight, you know, they were undefeated with that. Maybe if this doesn't go too well, they might have to switch things up, or, you know, at some point you kind of got to decide who your best chance to win is, and maybe it's Jamie and Noah.
Yeah, who's your tag specialist, if you will.
Absolutely.
You spin it starting strong with a big overhead belly to belly, but now he's lying on his back and a quick armbar attempt here.
Yeah, Quinn's got him right away. He's able to get out of that one. I was going to say, if he taps out here, we'd have a new record.
Big Falcon Arrow. Looking to sort of go for the strength play here, it seems, early on. And, you know, Bennett is much larger. Just looking at him.
Much oilier, too.
Yeah, well, you know, makes you harder to grab. Speaking of larger, here comes Aloysius S. Yates, the assisted pile driver there. Not quite an indie taker, but very close.
Some strong rights from the meaty paws of Yates, who's kind of in control of this one right now.
Just shrugs him off.
Yeah, you know, Jamie Quinn here, you know, in some ways kind of seemed like he was a bit of the leader of the faction, but being embarrassed pretty soundly right now.
They better watch it out there. Quins are tricky. They'll totally take a DQ win if they can get it.
Well, right now would be a DQ draw.
Yes, it would, but you know what I'm saying, right?
Sure, and actually we've seen the Quins win in that exact method not too long ago. Although I believe that was Corey who snuck in for the last second victory.
It's clearly in their playbook, and if they get Yates on the ground outside the ring or Bennett outside the ring on the ground, I wouldn't be surprised to see them dive back in at the end of a count.
Looks like Yates didn't want it to go that way, and instead he's given up a tag, and now Noah Quinn coming in.
Then again, we've also seen Yates is pretty capable of DQing himself.
Yes,
so.
And honestly, just wearing himself out. You know, he's found a lot of creative ways to lose matches.
He has, yes, multiple times snatched defeat from the jaws of victory, but hopefully he can avoid that tonight.
Hey, has anyone seen our Spanish announcers? They seem to have vacated their seats.
Yeah, they. I think they've just refused to show up for any tapings.
Well, I hope we're not cutting them checks, but I guess I'm not the one managing the pocketbook.
Feels good to stand up, stretch your legs a little.
Stiff knee there from Yates.
Count. The count. Guys. Oh, come on.
You know, Yates is, like you said, Yates has shown
man.
that he's not afraid to have matches in under unusual circumstances.
Oh.
Whew.
We get to a 9 count there, but a real slow count from 7 to 8 from the ref.
I think he didn't want to end it that way. You know, I think he really wanted to see this match continue and end with a decisive victory.
Noah really trying to have the slowest route to making Yates dizzy. Spins him around in a half circle and then delivers some kicks to the face.
Big uppercut there, too.
You gotta wonder if in the officials' room before the match they had this one circled slow DQ count. Not implying anything, I'm just saying, after what happened before.
Yeah, especially with Matthew and Corey losing earlier, you know. They were 1-0 coming into this pay-per-view due to that DQ, so if you have to see them
going on
match
here,
legitimate moves, but Yates in a bad position here.
Say the least.
Really wrenching on the back, and Jamie lets him out of it. Not sure if that's wise or maybe, you know, just being able to stay in control, avoiding a counter. And tags in his brother Noah.
Oh, swing and a miss there. But a little pop-up Meteora.
Yeah, and with Matthew and Corey, part of the problem was we saw them get caught out in the ring for too long, and Jamie and Noah avoiding that here could be a good decision. We've seen Yates in there for a while. We look to get Bennett in here. Yes, he will.
There we go.
And Yates
Oh, wow.
tossing Bennett.
You might want to call him Yeats for that one.
That's a lot of mass coming the way of Noah Quinn.
Yeah, head first, too.
Crowd not too happy.
Into the corner goes Bennett. Now Jamie back in.
Blockbuster and some kicks. More
And
teamwork by the
Jamie-
Quins,
Oh, great
but
tag. Great tag.
caught him sleeping
Oh, Yates.
and pulled something there when he missed that drop kick.
Yates turning into Beach Dad before our eyes. Oh, he heard me.
Interesting tactics here from Yates.
Hello?
Really just staring Jamie Quinn down.
Mind games, I think.
And they might have paid off as he's not there. No one home in the corner, and then drives that elbow into the chest of Jamie Quinn.
Going for the pin.
Yeah, one
No.
count for his trouble. Not
gonna
quite enough.
do it.
Man, if he'd gotten that, we all would have needed to apologize. 'Cause that did not make a lot of sense. Yates struggling. All he's got to do is flop over to Bennett, who could really help his partner out, but is kind of just standing there. Look out.
Jamie sets
Big
up the spear
Big ol' spear.
all the way across the ring, but
But
look at
a
Yates
no
back to
sell.
his feet.
Oh,
Yates is really working the mind games and the big spinning. Oh,
Oh, was looking for the sidewalk slam, but Jamie gets out of it.
responds with a little neck breaker.
Bennett frustrated. Wants this guy to
can't-
get over to him.
Can't say I blame him. Yates has been like taking his time and really making a meal out of this match when I don't think it's quite as in hand as he seems to think it is.
Oh,
We're gonna see another
Oh,
one
boy.
here.
Jamie to the corner again, and sure enough, another
Oh.
spear.
This is bad for Yates.
And Deuce Bennett nowhere to be found, but
No.
Yates gets out.
oh, wait. What?
How
What
was
is
that
going
not
on?
3?
Bennett, maybe frustrated there with his partner, sort of makes an effort to get in, but only after he could see that Yates is kicking out. You know,
Power bomb
Although he
into
breaks
a
it
Now he
in
breaks
there.
it up.
catches
Eats
a
a
meteora
Meteora.
of his own
Meteora,
there.
yep.
Jamie Quinn can't believe it. Thought this match was over.
Oof. Yates just taking a beating at this point.
wow, going for a little surfboard stretch here.
Got him up once
again.
again. Can Yates get out of it, or is this going to be it for him? No Deuce Bennett to help him on the apron.
I think the weight was just a bit too much. Jamie couldn't hold it any longer.
Gave it up for sure. Big drop
Oh.
kick, though, from Jamie
Wow,
Quinn.
he felt like a ton of bricks.
Quinn's clearly in control here, but haven't put him away yet.
Yates is
Oh,
seems to be out on his feet, but I spoke too soon.
Yates maybe playing possum a little bit there. Catches Jamie off guard. And now trying to get Jamie to his corner, but Bennett's not quite in the corner yet. Now he's back, got a hold of the rope.
Again, Bennett sort of conveniently gets there after it's too late. You wonder if his frustrations with his partner are beginning to build and, you know, show the cracks in their tag team here.
And Yates takes that kick and right
Big
to his feet.
flatliner.
Now maybe looking to get Bennett in. Sure enough, we got a tag, and Deuce Bennett back in as the active man.
Been a little bit. Should be
He
fresh.
Should be.
Big spine buster.
Man. And looking for a little submission work here. Oh, I guess just working on the knees.
More impact on the knees. Jamie right to his feet, though. Maybe looking to get Noah in, but Bennett fights his way out of the corner.
Oh, man.
Right in the center
Lumbar
of the back.
check. That lumbar check
going
will
for a pin here?
hurt you.
Bennett dragging him across and now looking for the cover in his own half. Yates in to break it up, but he doesn't need to. Jamie Quinn gets out at 2. Yates was running interference for Bennett, though.
What's he thinking here?
And Deuce.
Buckle bomb.
And just right gets him right back up, but Jamie now fighting out of that. Big drop kick from Deuce.
Nobody's willing to be the one to go down.
And Yates refusing to tag in.
Interesting. Maybe he noticed what I was talking about with Bennett, kind of being a little late on the pin breakup and suddenly not being there on the apron.
And yeah, how about the dirty pin attempt from Deuce Bennett that the ref missed?
He's desperate.
Now Noah Quinn. It's been a while since we've seen Noah. Jamie tagging out, getting his brother in, and Noah looking to set up Deuce Bennett here.
Looking to just end it early, it looks like.
And a hammerlock DDT. Down goes Deuce Bennett, and Noah's looking for the cover.
He's under the ropes, isn't he, ref? What's going on here?
Jamie in to break it up and stops Yates in his tracks, and Deuce Bennett pinned by Noah Quinn. The Quinn brothers survive, end up 1-1.
Questionable win by the Quinns, too. Seeing a little dissension here amongst brothers.
Going on between these two? Jamie Quinn not happy about something. And Noah Quinn kind of celebrating on his own. Big win for Noah. Wild ending to that one. Maybe a little bit of trouble between Jamie and Noah there. But Noah came in hot and finished off Deuce Bennett.
He sure did. That pin was questionable. I had to see the replay, see some alternative angles, because it looked to me like Deuce Bennett was under the ropes. But a win's a win. It's recorded in the history books now.
I mean, let's be honest. Are you surprised? That's how the Quinns can win.
They're sneaky. They're sneaky. They are happy with taking questionable wins, but
about the only wins they can get from the looks of it.
And we saw some submission attempts in the last match, but in our second to last match of the night between the Island God Savea and the Fed Daniel Drake Thomas, we will see a submission victory because this is a submission match. No pinfall, submission only. Who will come out on top between Savea and DDT?
Oh, these guys are built very differently from one another, but both very dangerous competitors, especially with their submission maneuvers.
Savea sitting at 3-3. He last won against Flynn Turner Simmons. For DDT's 2-3. Last match was a loss to Yamaguchi. But DDT also has the distinction of having the quickest match in SWA history with an incredibly fast 54-second tap out of Gonzo McLovin. He'll definitely want to be doing that tonight, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do it against Savea. Submissions only. Savea's got a 109-pound size advantage against DDT, but of all the people in the SWA, DDT might be the one that best knows how to leverage what he is working with and, counter the size advantage of Savea.
Yeah, I mean, on the one hand, it certainly seems to be the truth because he is the owner of the record for quickest, or at least was the owner for the record of quickest win in the SWA, with a great submission victory. But also he lost in rather quick fashion recently too. So, he lost to a bigger guy like Wyndham. So, on the one hand, yes, but on the other hand, can Savea maybe leverage that weight advantage to inflict a whooping?
He is going to have to tap out DDT. Wyndham secured a victory, via pinfall. The Fed's not going to have to worry about that, but Savea's got some tricks in his book. That Coquina clutch is a dangerous submission attempt, and that's what he'll probably be looking for to put away Thomas here.
Oh, big overhand chop.
Oh.
Thomas out here looking like a waiter at a TGI Fridays, but much more dangerous than you'd think. And of course, no ring outs, no pinfalls as mentioned. This one as we go until somebody taps out.
Yeah, submission anywhere and everywhere available. I'd be surprised if much of the action is outside of the ring here.
I mean, I wouldn't blame either of these competitors for maybe using the environment a little bit, Before you can get somebody to tap out to a submission, often you have to inflict some damage on a specific body part, things like that. So,
Going for it here.
You wrap an arm around the leg, why not wrap it around, say, the turnbuckle post, things like that. Especially since it's not illegal in these matches. Also legal in these matches, using weapons if someone chose. But, who's to say whether we'd see like a ring bell involved or a kendo stick or anything like that.
Nice headlock there from Savea, but
went for a little headbutt, I think, before he caught an uppercut.
Yeah. No one home in the corner for the splash, though. Oh. A lot of impact on the back there for the Fed.
Up high and down hard on that spine buster. And now Savea is carrying him around.
DDT fights out of it, though. And slams
Savea
into the stairs. That'll equalize the size advantage.
Use that environment, you gotta work with it.
And Thomas ends up over the barricade, comes back in and catches the steel steps. Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Well, here we go. Here we go.
No rope breaks either.
A lot of pressure on that foot.
Leg bar not going to do it there, but pretty scary moment for Savea.
And with DDT and really both of these, any one move, what a knee lift, sending DDT to the outside. Any one submission could be the end of it. It doesn't have to be anything special. We've seen DDT win with a simple arm bar. But face first off the apron, that's a tough one to catch there.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, when you're an expert, every submission move is deadly. But that said, there's some that these guys kind of hone in, really work their craft on specific moves that are just extra dangerous.
Sevilla really warming the legs, running around the ring post there.
You know, I think he might have been trying to see if he could get a better angle. I mean,
Yeah, some kind of jumping attack or something, but I think he changed his mind, thought better of it.
Speaking of armbar, locks one in there, but then lets Sevilla out of it. It's something we've seen from time to time. You know, if you hold in the submission too long, if you can't get them to tap out, if they're not quite ready, sometimes they can counter out of it and put you in a worse position. It's actually better at times to let them out. A lot of momentum
Big
there
swinging
for
net
JT,
break.
though.
Yeah, it was a big swinging neck breaker, and now drop toe hold into the ropes. A classic Rey Mysterio move there.
Tosses him down, though, and using the ropes to drive his knee into the chest of Sevilla there. Rolls him up.
What a combo.
Oh, but Sevilla had a foot on that bottom rope, and the ref correctly breaks the hold. But now DDT's looking for something else, got him wrapped up tight. Has he got it locked in enough? Sure enough,
there it is.
Sevilla
Got him.
taps out, just couldn't get out of that hold. And
I was about to
DDT, the
mention-
winner of the submission match.
I was about to mention, we have seen multiple people tap out to that very hold, not only by Sevilla, but by others. I believe we saw a tag match end with that exact hold. I think Dead Piece was maybe the one who locked it in. We've seen a few guys use that hold, and it's really gnarly.
Yeah, and it's too much for Sevilla there. You see the ref calling for it. Sevilla tapping out, and a big win for the Fed.
Here is your winner.
Gets himself back to 500, I believe. 3-3 now. And
Strong win.
strong win indeed. He's definitely trying to cement himself as maybe the top submission artist in the SWA, and a win in a
King of the
submission
sub
match
gang.
on a pay-per-view. It's a pretty good place to go, but we are now going to our main event.
Yes,
Biggest
we are.
match on
Oh,
the
boy.
card, the SWA World Championship on the line in an elimination chamber match. The sixth best that the SWA has to offer. Man, this ought to be a good one.
Yeah, where to even start? I mean, this one is going to be a lot of fun. You know, elimination match, obviously, with your competitors locked in chambers in the corners, just staring you down. A lot of tension in the match, a lot of excitement, and I think someone really to watch here is going to be Yasuke Bozeman, who clawed his way into this match and will want to make the most of his chance here.
Bozeman has really hot-shotted himself into this match, has a lot of momentum behind him, but, you know, it's impossible not to say that about just pretty much everyone in this match. You know, the Boulder last lost in a singles match against the Ace, so there's some bad blood between those two, and, you know, the biggest man in this match at 380 pounds, 6'10". The Boulder is going to be a tough one, but I don't know if there's anyone tougher than the undefeated 6-0 champ of Warren Wyndham.
Certainly a good argument to be made there. He's won in decisive fashion pretty much his entire career thus far in the SWA. Coming out first with the really garish trombones, the second best robe in the SWA.
Definitely second best. Hearing a few whistles from the crowd.
Yeah, I can't tell if they're sort of supportive cat call whistles or more of a jeer. But
Probably guess a mix, if I'm being honest.
that's fair.
And I'm going to
Triple
guess
G
that
is-
Triple G will spin it in whatever way benefits him when
Yeah.
he gives his opinion on it.
Everybody loves him, and if they don't, then they're not people. That's
Something
pretty
like
much
that,
him in
yeah.
a nutshell.
And of course, Gray will be happy to go in one of the chambers here because that means he does not have to start the match. And he'll get a better chance of coming in late and getting crazy. To remind everyone of the rules here, so there are 4 chambers in the corners of the structure. 2 men will start the match, and at set time intervals, one of the chambers will be open at random, and another competitor will enter the match, and it is an elimination match, so you do have to be pinned to be eliminated. A lot of potential for crazy stuff to happen.
Yeah, and that timer will constantly be counting down, hence the namesake of our pay-per-view here is each person is released. And much like that kickoff match, we talked about how difficult it is to win a match like this when a single pinfall, a single submission won't get you a victory, but even more so in this match, 5 people have to be pinned or submitted before someone can be crowned a winner.
Yeah. And, yet again, you raise that question of, do you kind of sit back, let other people do most of the work for you? Or, do you go out there and assert yourself? With a group of competitors like this, it's really tough to argue, against conserving your energy. But I suppose there are some who might do it.
And a random draw for tonight's entrance. We'll see what else we've got in store here. Unsure of who we'll be starting with. But it doesn't look like it'll be Triple G or Cervantes.
The Ace, one of the guys who came in, seemed a bit undersized, and has really, I think, proven any doubters wrong with some incredible performances in his time here in the SWA.
Well, how about the most notable, his last singles appearance, a win versus the Boulder. 6'10", 380, there's no one that trumps the Boulder in size, and the Ace with a big victory over him. Only Boulder's second loss, the other coming at the hands of Warren Windham in the tournament finale for the title. So the Ace, that's a pretty big win on his resume.
Yeah, it is a very big win, no pun intended. It was an impressive showing. I think, we all thought after the way he looked in the tournament that he was capable of something like that, but at least for myself, I also still didn't quite expect it. So to see him actually pull it off was very impressive. Reminded me of the sort of competitor he is. But we'll have to wait to see him in this match. It seems as he goes into a chamber as well.
Oh, and it looks like the last chamber draw goes to our reigning champion, Warren Windham.
Not much to say about him. He's been virtually unstoppable. His only loss in the SWA coming in the six-man tag match last week, in which Windham was not pinned and has complained very loudly that it should not be counted in his record. Of course, if he gets pinned in this one, it's going to be a lot harder to make any sort of argument to explain it away because, he's got a target on his back, but this is just the way of being the champ.
And a tough defense also, because it's not just he has to avoid being pinned, he has to avoid being submitted. He has to make sure that nobody else ends up as the winner here as well. He's got to make sure everyone else is eliminated and be the last one standing. He can't just go secure a pinfall, can't go submit somebody. He's got to make sure everybody else is gone, got to be the last one standing. He can't just beat one person. He's got to beat 5.
Yep. And, you'd have to think that a lot of them are going to want to beat him first, probably. Obviously, he's in a chamber, but as soon as he's in the match, you have to think that a lot of people are going to want to kind of focus on him and get him out of the way.
Well, he's got a big target on his back, not just the champ, but as somebody who has decided that he's already got this locked up.
It's true.
Yeah, a lot of confidence from Wyndham, and perhaps it's deserved, but you're right. He's got a lot of opposition in this match, and, you can't win it with one pin, with one submission, but if you can take out someone like Wyndham right away, it probably improves everybody's odds.
Yeah, certainly. And no one will appreciate those odds being improved more than Yasuke Bozeman, who comes in as a bit of an underdog. Like I said, earned his spot in this match decisively, but, is now sort of moving into competing against a higher tier of opponent. And this is a hell of a group to be going up against.
I actually don't consider him an underdog at all in this. I think he's proven himself to be a very high-end competitor amongst other high-end competitors.
That's fair.
But you're right. He was somebody who worked his way up to get into this and hasn't necessarily been at the top this whole time. But yeah, I've been thoroughly impressed with Bozeman. But there's no getting around the boulder being an obstacle for everybody else in this match. I mean, he's lost twice. He's also got 4 wins, and one of those losses was to Wyndham in the finals of the inaugural tournament. So, I think if he comes out with the victory here, nobody's going to be necessarily surprised.
Yeah, I mean, he's been a strong competitor all the way through. He has lost to 2 different other competitors in this match in one-on-one competition, though. So,
absolutely,
going to have that floating in the back of his mind as he stares down the ace there in the corner.
That's a pretty common thread, though. Most of the losses that have happened from other competitors here, but
there we go.
Big start from the boulder. And Tupuola looking to play spoiler for Bozeman, who, really has a lot of momentum on his side. A bit divisive between is he deserved to be here? Is he a long shot to win this one? He's looking to prove a lot of doubt wrong. And how about eliminating the boulder before anyone else comes out of a pod? That'd be a pretty good start for him.
Yeah, that would be a hell of a statement, and would certainly shut up people like me who are saying he's maybe a bit of an underdog.
How about a off the turnbuckle DDT there against Tupuola?
Little tornado action, and here we go. Already introducing another competitor into the match.
Who's going to be the third one in, joining these two? Time to find out. We're going to get Triple G.
Triple G!
And Gray is one who I could absolutely see. Well, never mind. I was going to say I could see him waiting.
I could have called that before this even started. He instantly goes after the biggest guy.
He's nothing if not consistent.
Triple G has 1 loss in the SWA, and it was to the boulder. He's been very vocal about that being a size issue, and he's been on a bit of a crusade against everybody that weighs more than his, quote, ideal 240 pounds. Not a surprise at all if he targets Boulder and Wyndham in this match.
He's getting it handed to him. Oh my. Throwing suplex.
Competitor coming. It's going to be the ace. And how
now
about
Tupuola's got something to think about.
The 3 smallest competitors in with the largest. And these 3 teamed up just a week ago. But they're already turning on each other here. I'm surprised they're not all just teaming up on Tupuola. And the ace just laying it in on everybody right now.
Yeah, really getting his stuff in there. Boulder, well, starting to get up now, but was really maybe not. Uh-oh.
Oh
Ace.
my goodness.
The ace from the top of the pod all the way to the boulder. What an impact. That's going to take a lot out of him, too. My goodness.
That was a long way to go for that crossbody. My goodness.
Camp or Cervantes? Who's coming in? Cervantes.
Domingo it is, and the ace on the ropes. Boulder gets out 2.5, maybe about 2.8. The ace almost handed us our first elimination.
Here comes another one.
Triple G on Bozeman,
No,
a
sir.
2 count. And Cervantes
two.
going right after Triple G here. What an insane move we saw from the ace, though, climbing to the top of the pod and just sending his
was-
body flying back into the ring.
Pretty incredible.
Out
Incredible.
goes ace.
And
Looks
his
like-
body is certainly hurting.
Oh, and Cervantes catches a drop kick. Finally, we're going to have the champ come out here.
Impaler DDT by Bozeman.
And
Wyndham looking, he's got something on his mind, it looks like.
Into the ring, going after Bozeman. Nice counter by Bozeman, though. Ace trying to pin Boulder outside, gets a 2 count.
Oh, big stiff punch there by Bozeman.
Wyndham has Bozeman on the ropes. A lot of weight on the back of the head and neck of Bozeman from Warren Wyndham. And the Boulder has been just getting a whooping from the ace so far.
Those two, I think there's some bad blood going on there. Bozeman, meanwhile, holding his own against the champ a little bit. Gotta say, really making his case for being in this match.
Absolutely.
Oh, slams
Oh,
Wyndham into
Wyndham
the
took
corner there.
Yeah. Using the environment, Bozeman.
Ace looking for a cover
Look
in
at
the
that.
center.
And there it is.
And the
Boulder
Boulder is our
eliminated.
first elimination. The ace sends him
Voila.
packing.
Out of
Wouldn't
here.
have called that impressive for sure.
Meanwhile, Wyndham just continuously running into stuff.
Bozeman
over there.
has
Now he's
Wyndham
sitting
against the pod. And through the
Oh,
glass he
my.
goes.
Into the-
Bozeman with a spear. Wyndham
I'm sorry,
is
but
back
Cervantes
in his
celebrating
own
when he's done
pod.
nothing is amazing.
And Bozeman trying to get Wyndham back out. The champ speared back into his own pod. Yasuke Bozeman looking to pin Wyndham. Wyndham's out at 2.
Oh, man. That would have been something else.
Sent him through the glass of the pod. What's it going to take to put him down?
What an incredible match so far. We've seen someone jump off of the top of a pod. We've seen someone speared through a pod.
And Cervantes and Triple G have been going at each other for a long time. Now they've kind of split up. And Triple G working on the ace a little bit. The ace and Bozeman in that tag team match kind of iced Triple G out. Wonder if there's a little bit of bad blood there. And Bozeman now back with the champ.
Bozeman really looking to just, come out guns a-blazing here. He's got one thing on his mind, and it is apparently
Triple
spearing
G
through another
down
freaking pod.
through another pod.
That's 2!
Meanwhile, the ace almost eliminates Triple G. Bozeman has put the champ through 2 of the 4 pods.
Incredible.
Just merry-go-round. Let's get them all. Bozeman with a statement.
The ace getting crazy here.
Oh, and
Just
nobody
whiffs on
home.
the drop
Cervantes
kick.
gets out of the way. But he's now catching a 2-on-1. Bozeman gets a 2 count, but Wyndham's out again.
Very slow count by the ref there. Bozeman not going to be happy because he had a really great chance to pin the champ there.
Triple G gets a 2 count. Oh, and Wyndham
Oh,
whips Bozeman
Just
head first
slingshotted
off
him.
the corner of the pod. And Ace The ace with his second elimination puts away Triple G.
There goes that Death Valley driver.
And now
By
the
the
ref
champ,
running
Wyndham.
over for the pin on Bozeman. Bozeman's done. Wyndham puts him away. How has Wyndham stayed in this after that offense from Bozeman?
That's
We're
slow
already
count.
down to a final 3 now. Oh, and the sheer drop. Down goes Cervantes, and Ace trying to capitalize, but then lets him out. What a choice by the Ace.
Smart man.
He's
Yes,
got a
quick
cover on
two.
Wyndham, and no, 2
Oh,
count.
man.
Wyndham's out.
If he could have gotten the surprise pin on Wyndham, he would have had a clear shot there. That's some good strategy by Ace.
You wonder if the Ace broke up that pin to give himself Cervantes, keeping the 2-on-1 in play against Wyndham. But Cervantes not
handle.
having it. Oh.
Pump handle Uranagi and just
Going for the cover on Ace.
dropped him over.
1, 2, and 3. We're down to our final 2. The Ace, who eliminated 2, has been eliminated by Cervantes.
It's down to these two.
Wyndham and Cervantes. Wyndham sending him to the outside, down to our final 2 in our main event. And now Cervantes sending this back in the ring. See what they've got in store. Really a war of attrition here. Wyndham put through 2 pods. He's going for a cover on Cervantes. Just a 2 count there.
Recall Cervantes has already eaten a sheer drop, which is
Absolutely.
very, very tough to be victim to and then keep fighting. But we're seeing him do it here.
Yeah,
Can't
but
imagine he's
Wyndham
got much
also.
left.
Wyndham has been put through 2 pods already, so
You're right.
a
We're just
lot
going
of
back and
offense
forth
been-
across the ropes, it seems.
Certainly are. Now Wyndham kind of stalking around his opponent, and Cervantes capitalizing, a little short arm shoulder block, and going for
Going
a
right
cover.
for it.
Got a 2 count on Wyndham. That's it. Nobody home on the kick, and Wyndham. Cervantes taking Wyndham over to the ropes, but Wyndham fighting his way out, driving the elbow into the gut of Domingo. He's got him by the throat.
Uh-oh. This could be it. There's that pump handle.
Looking for that Death Valley driver. He's got it. Center of the ring is Cervantes, and down, and Wyndham is not done. Laying in some more offense. Thought he might have tried to put him away. That Death Valley driver has ended the match of many. And he's taken Cervantes up for a second sheer drop. Going for the cover as Wyndham retained. Gets the victory. Warren Wyndham leaves Countdown still the SWA World Champion. And as we take a look at some of the action from that, Wyndham put through 2 pods. And it took 2 of the sheer drops, but he finally put away Cervantes, who lasted until the final 2. The Ace with 2 big eliminations in this match. Taking out the Boulder right away.
Here is your winner, and still
But the SWA universe has to be thinking, what do they have to do to put away Warren Wyndham? Survives the elimination chamber here at Countdown. And comes out of our first pay-per-view as the reigning champion. What a showing from Warren.
Yeah. Honestly, like the resilience on display to come back and you'd be speared through 2 different pods and to come back and be dominant after that. It was pretty incredible.
And who knows what Wyndham's next target will be. It could be Calvin Abueva, who came away with that Path to Glory briefcase tonight. What a show we had top to bottom. A fun one. Mason Jones comes out on top in a crazy 4-man elimination match. We saw Captain Tiger Marsh taking down FTS. Deadfire with the upset of the Quinn brothers, taking a nice victory. In our first tag action, as mentioned, the Beast, Calvin Abueva, comes away with a win in that Path to Glory match. The Quins kind of right the ship. They get a victory over Deuce Bennett and Aloysius S. Yates. Daniel Drake Thomas gets a submission victory over Savea. And Warren Wyndham somehow survives the Elimination Chamber and leaves with the SWA World Championship still on his shoulder. Want to thank you all for coming out. Thanks to Doc and Haz both for joining me on commentary. It's been another good one, and we look forward to seeing you next time as we come back with episode 7, the aftermath of the pay-per-view in full effect. We'll see what action we've got in SWA moving forward. Thanks for coming out, and we'll see you next time on SWA Action.